Well, you know, you cut the speech by 2 minutes and then you give the microphone to a politician. You're in a lot of trouble. But, excuse me, before I get started, I really want to compliment Dennis and his staff. Let's give him a round of applause for what he's done here. And the staff. I remember when Dennis took over and became president and CEO of CODAC a few years ago. It feels longer. But, you know, he has done an amazing job taking this organization to the next level. And when I look at what CODAC is in the community, I look at the way you serve the clients, I look at the way you serve the members, it is impressive. And I know that it's only going to get better and better, and I really want to compliment your staff and your leadership. And I see my friends from CPSA, Community Partnership of Southern Arizona. I have the opportunity to work in many cities throughout the state. I run a mental health organization. We help people with disabilities find jobs. I've been doing this for about 10 and a half years. And so I've been in a lot of communities. And I will tell you, when I look at CPSA, I look at people who are responsive to the community, who understand the community, and are really a part of the community. And what we have is a rarity, and it's something that should be treasured. We have people that are always engaged. The fact that you have Neil Cash that's willing to sit down at a zoning hearing. The fact that you have the CEO of CODAC that's going to work with our neighbors. That is important because mental health and the mental behavioral health system is a part of our community and needs to be integrated as not only just as a resource, but as a true partner in the community. And so the fact that we're sitting down with our neighbors, we want to do that day in and day out, not just when we're doing a building project, because there are so many people in your neighborhoods that need the help and the services that we provide, and there are so many jobs and opportunities to volunteer that are back in the neighborhoods that we want to bring. Now, I also want to speak to the staff and thank you specifically for what you do. When, like I said, I've been in the trenches for a long time, and no one wants to admit it, but day to day can feel mundane and it can feel difficult, and really difficult. There are days you'll have a 70% cancellation rate. But I take the long view. And what you're doing, you're not doing therapy, you're not dispensing drugs, you're not even getting someone a job, you're changing a life. And when I look at the long view, and by changing those lives, you're changing the community. You're changing the fabric of our community. I've heard numbers from anywhere from 10 to 20% of the people in our community suffer from a mental illness. Our family members, our community leaders, our business leaders. And what you're doing is you're giving them the tools to become an integrated part in our community and to prosper and to help others prosper. So I always step back, and every week or so I'll take the long view, and I want to thank you for changing the life. And I look at that, even an accountant, you're not moving paper. You're making it so that other people can change lives every day, day in and day out. And I also want to really speak about the integrated healthcare. This, I think, is going to become a model. I've seen the National Institutes of Mental Health where they say, 25% cost reduction. What is that? That's a statistic. What we're doing is we're creating a place where someone can get their physical and their mental health because they're one person at the same place at the same time, and they can integrate their schedules. And now you have the pharmacist talking to the therapist, talking to the primary care physician, and we can take care of the entire person. And so what we're going to do here, I think, is going to become a vanguard and a hallmark throughout the state in ways that we can do service delivery. So thank you to CPSA, thank you to our neighbors, and thank you to CODAC and your team, and I appreciate a chance to be here.